What do you love most at PMF?
I guess, I don't know. Something like that.
Just. All right.
Oh, fire! Oh my goodness! What is this? Oh, fire! Oh my goodness!
When was your first day at PMF?
Well, that's a complicated question.
I believe it was July 31st, 2018.
May 2nd, 2018.
The day after Labor Day.
Actual date? I have no idea, like a year and a half ago already?
November 13th, I think 2018.
Some people say March, but it's really February 25th. It was a Thursday. Do you remember the exact day? I just know it was a Thursday.
August 30, 2018.
It was June 1st, 2019.
2016.
Like a year and a half ago.
July 2017.
February 23rd, 2020.
End of October 2017.
I think it was on the 22nd of December 2018.
Do you remember what that first day was like?
Yeah, my first day, I came in for the interview with Shlomo. You know, he was asking me typical interview questions, and then finally he stopped asking me like the generic questions, and he looks at me and he's like, you know what, we have fun here. And then he pulls out his phone, he shows me, you know, everyone going on the party bus, poker nights. He's like, listen, you want to make money, you want to have fun, then you're in the right place.
Yeah, fun, exciting, ripping the phones. Got some applications, high energy.
I remember just walking in, and I liked the atmosphere. Place smelled like money, and felt like a perfect fit.
And I was just like listening, and it was a good day. I remember staying till like 9 p.m. I went to get a Starbucks at 9 p.m. And then I ended up going to Shlomo Farkas's house, which was my team manager. And that's what my first day was like. But my first day was different than everyone else's because I actually went straight to the phones at I remember like 3, 4 p.m. compared to nowadays when I bring a new recruit in, they needed about 2 days to get on the phone.
It's pretty wild because I was working a very long week at my other job, and one of my friends told me to come in, so I just came in, and it was a crazy environment. Lots of people talking on the phone, yelling. It was just all new to me.
Dan was sitting like right on a head of a row, managing himself. And I kind of, sat in right behind him like this in a chair shadowing him. He got a big statement from Ingrid. Yeah, he got 3 apps that day, so he was really hot, on fire, drinking street coffee, cigarette in his ear, and Mason was to his right, grinding like crazy on the phone, pacing. Yonatan was grabbing people's phones and just forcing yeses out of people. It was an unbelievable first day.
Andrew calls me up, he's like, okay, meet me at 40 Wall site. I'm like, okay, Andrew, come downstairs. He's like, I'm not coming downstairs. There's a guy coming downstairs, his name is Shlomo. And then I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that is not real. So then he's telling me Shlomo's coming to get me. I'm like, what does that mean? It's not English. So then I get picked up by Shlomo. He interviews me for like 5 minutes and then throws me on the floor. Dan Moore comes up to me and he's like, dude, your tie is too long. It's way past your belt. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Grinding, late hours, Mikha, and Mishma.
Stands for just, an opportunity to do something bigger than yourself.
One thing about PMF that stands different from anyone else in this type of industry and firm is the loyalness. that PMF has. One thing about PMF is everyone stays true to their word here.
I mean, judging on everyone else in the industry, a lot of grease going on, and PMF for the most part, we've always been able to keep it straight, and that's definitely something that I value.
I love the fact that we're doing things good, everything kosher and right, always right. I'm not trying to, even if sometimes the gain is there, but you're like, no, that's what PMF stands for, so we're gonna keep it that way and doing it the right way, but the right way. And I wanna thank Abe for that.
Hard work, success, and also playing hard. It's a weird balance.
PMF stands for Premium Merchant Funding.
Pride,
Money, and funding.
and funding.
That's what it stands for.
Or proud money funding.
Yeah.
Because we.
It's got to be the standard, and the standard that PMF sets for every single person to constantly be better. Your future version should be better than your current version across the entire board, whether it's a better son, daughter, husband, wife, father. It really drills into your head that you must always raise the standard, and you must always live up to that standard.
What is the most exciting part of your day at PMF?
The morning canchota. Is that your pronunciation?
The morning chancleta, yes.
The morning chancleta.
Which, we don't have to go into it.
Like around 9:15 is very exciting because I look at the emails, I plan my day, and I, see how much money I'm about to make this week.
Exciting part of my day of PMF is the first call I make when I first get here.
I wake up every day tired AF. Then I'm like, why do I do this? What do I do this? Then I walk in and I see everyone's faces, and I'm like, let's go.
Well, there's a few stuff. One, I get to work with a lot of my best friends, like David, Ike, and Isaac, and I don't see myself work anywhere else. I messed up on that. Can we edit that?
You can answer it again or just edit it out.
Wait, what was the question again?
And the people that I work with, the people here, it is like a family. A lot of companies say it, but no one does it like how we do it.
What's Power Hour like for you?
The first time I came to PMF was during a Power Hour, and it's probably the number one thing that shocked me the most, being able to see that type of powerful energy walking into the office, seeing everybody standing, seeing everybody on the phones. Everybody was on a mission, and that's a mission that, whether it was a couple months ago or 10 years from now, I won't forget the first time that I saw Power Hour going. And it's hard to implement, it's hard to get people to do, but when people actually gel and people actually do it, there's nobody that can stand it up.
Let's go, people! Why are you sitting down? It's Power Hour!
Always getting crazy, always getting high, always and forever, party till we die. Always getting crazy, always getting high.
Whoa! Put the guns away, cowboy! Put the guns away!
What was the biggest deal you ever fronted at PMF?
They're going to prove that credit repair is a moneymaker. And for everyone else, for everybody else.
Guys, Hanono just funded 600.
Let's go! When one rep, /one team leader, can fund what's on that white chalkboard right there, or we're trying to hit $1 million a day. But we have a team leader who, on his own, not on his own, but on his own team's merits, went ahead and funded $1 million themselves. I think that's worth just stopping right here and everyone taking a shot.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Get him tight. My boy Stu.
How much?
600.
585,000.
Like 32,000.
Well, 250,000. You know.
150 so far.
Wasn't so big, truthfully. It was 30 or 35K.
It was a $500,000 SBA.
200K deal, nothing too big, nothing too crazy, but since then we funded the merchant almost upwards of 800K.
It's actually close to right when I started. It was 800K.
The point of PMF is to have offices globally. That way, no matter what time it is, there is somebody selling cash advance 24/7 of whatever time zone.
Best experience at PMF ever? Well, that's a great question. There's been some really good experiences. I would say the number one experience I've probably had till this day is when Sam took us to Vegas after the Los Angeles trip. We partied, and that was really fun.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby.
I can't say that I have the best time, but was my most phenomenal time at PMF because every time that I'm here, I'm always expecting it to be a phenomenal time.
And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning.
Sam told me that I had to rap battle JP, and I didn't want to. And gave me $300 to chug probably half a bottle of Don Julio 1942. That was fucking sick.
And the holiday parties are probably the best experiences because like everyone is dressed nice. People that usually don't wear suits wear suits. Everyone's looking good. Everyone's taking pictures. You feel like a celebrity.
What do you love most at PMF?
Community. I love the fact that people take time out of their day to give thanks. Minka. That was my first introduction to PMF, and I love it.
Everything. Everything. What's not to love about PMF? You show up, you go, camaraderie, the whole deal.
Oh, just the energy, making money with your buddies.
I have to say the atmosphere and the family side. It really feels like a family.
It's got to be the Rolly, and just like working so hard for, I was eating cup cereal a year ago, and me and John always laugh about this, and like now we're getting Rolexes, managing kids, and clearing tens of thousands of dollars a month. Being able to do it with good friends, and really just having a blast the whole time while doing it.
I love the area, and PMF is a great company to work for with lots of high energy people.
Definitely the ambiance. It's not like any other job. Once you kind of establish yourself here, you start helping people out, and people start helping you out more, and you learn, new things every single day.
Revenue.
What do I love most at PMF? I would have to say the C-level guys, Sam, Ellie, and Abe. I have a lot of friends that have multiple bosses, that have multiple people that have oversight on them, and there's always one or two people that they don't like, that they avoid. I can honestly say that, and I know I speak on behalf of everyone at PMF, where we all love the people that above us. Sam, Abe, and Ellie, we know they have our best interests. And so that's something that's very special to me and to everyone at PMF.
At PMF we have the CEO, we have the COO, and the CFO. That's Ellie and Abe. I am like more philosophically aligned with Sam in the sense that we love to play, a lot of playing, a lot of having good times, and learning from each other during those play hard times. Actually, the most valuable lessons that I've learned at PMF is when we've been playing hard. I definitely play hard. Math or
PMF motto: work hard, play harder. What does that motto mean to you, at least?
There's no greater release of like endorphins and just happiness after you've achieved a goal that's so large and difficult to accomplish that you really get to have a moment of celebration.
I would describe that motto as going to some random ranch in Jersey on a Thursday night and showing up on time on Friday.
Well, it's everything. You know, we all want to party. But have you earned the right to party? That's the question.
Work hard, play harder means at the end of the day, you have the choice. No one else does. This is not a place where you make salary and you can just do whatever you want, sit down and make the day go on. At the end of the day, you control what you can make. That's what PMF is. It's up to you.
Where do you see yourself in 3 years at PMF?
3 years, back in rehab. Believe that. 3 years from now.
Ideally, I'd like to be on a boat in the Mediterranean, working somewhat remotely. You know, I'm going to pop in, I'm going to have my offices, but at that time, I know our teams will be a little bit more self-sufficient. They're not going to require us to be as hands-on. I would like to be sailing around some places, that's for sure.
On a big sailboat, or like
You'll be there, right?
a 35-foot sailboat?
Oh, no,
one?
minimum 100 J14. We have a crew. There's a captain, a crew. There's a couple of our workers with us. We'll have a little
Are you wearing a
office
shirt?
space. Not all of the time.
I would love to be, if I could be a team leader in 3 years, I will have hit my goal. That's something I really strive for. I want to have people under me that I can help manage and teach them how to do sales, conduct calls, and just be there for them if they have any questions. That's ultimately a goal of mine.
Hopefully with multiple offices and a lot of people growing and a lot of new people coming on board and being able to take care of themselves and be able to take care of their families.
You know, in the future, I do hope to have my own team and you know, maybe my own office one day.
Hopefully doing a hell of a lot better than I am now. But again, I'm just starting out.
The PMF.
In 3 years, team leader, team PMT.
Okay. How did PMF change your life?
How did PMF change my life? There's another incident that took place in 2015. I think it was 2015. I was on board with Abe, Sam, and Ellie with building out what took place, and so my lease was coming up at the current place that I was living in, and so I was looking for a new place, and then I was leaving the office obviously to look at different apartments because the brokers wanted to show me different places. They don't really work on the weekends. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. And so I was leaving at like 4 p.m. in the middle of the day on Wednesdays to go look at places. So I'll never forget this. On one particular day in the middle of the week, I left. And as I was leaving, Abe stopped me and said, "Where are you going?" And I said, "I'm moving out and I'm trying to find a place. But obviously, I need to show proof of income. I have to show everything. So I'm trying to find a place that's suitable, that's also kind of nice, because my wife, or my girlfriend at the time, is moving in with me. So I wanted to make sure it was a place that was somewhere that she can commute to her job and I can commute to my job. And I was apartment hunting. And so Abe said to me, he said, "Well, what's the issue?" And I told him, I said, "Well, I have to find the right place where they can accept of what I do and what she's gonna do." And And Abe looked at me and said, what's the problem? And I said, well, I need to find a place that's affordable and that I can pay. And he said, well, this is a waste of time. You need to be here. And I told him, I said, I know that. And he said, okay, we're not going to waste any more time with this. I'm going to speak to Sam and Ellie, and you need to find a place immediately, and we're going to rent it for you. And I'll never forget, like, looking at Abe and just not understanding the rental market or anything of that nature, and saying, like, what the hell are you talking about? You're going to rent it for me. And Abe looked at me and said, you need to find a place today and tell them you want to pay a full year up front, but you have to sign today, and you're going to pay all cash. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, Abe, that's like $40,000. Like, what are you talking about? And Abe said, I know how much that is. You need to find a place right now, and you need to get back to your desk. And that was the moment where I knew that I was never going to leave this place. Because as much time as I spent there, you know, between Sam, Abe, and Ellie were willing to double down on me and say that, look, finding a place is the least of our concern. We need to build this company, and we're going to do it with you since you're on board. And I'll never forget that day, because I called the broker and I said, I'm ready to pay all cash. Find me a place with a nice view. And that afternoon, he found me a place with a nice view. And he said, how are you going to pay? And I said, all cash. And I went back to Abe, and I told him I found a place, and we signed the lease the next day. And that would have never happened without those three guys and without PMF. So when anyone asks me what the most impactful day of my life at PMF, it was the day that the COO came up to me and said, stop wasting your time looking for an apartment. We're going to get you an apartment. Building the company is priority number one. I never put anything above priority number one from that point on.
Wow. When was your first day at PMF?
A long time ago.
Do you remember what your first day was like and how you felt?
Yes.
What was the biggest deal you ever funded at PMF?
Get him tight. My boy Stu.
How much?
600.
What is the most exciting part of your day every day at PMF?
Generating revenue.
What do you love most at PMF?
Revenue.
How did PMF change your life?
I started getting after it.
What does PMF stand for to you, its core value and vision?
PMF stands for Premium Merchant Funding.
Where do you see yourself in 3 years at PMF?
At PMF.
What's Power Hour like for you?
Because I'm pitching a nice deal, I gotta go somewhere quiet. Real nice deal.
What was your best experience at PMF ever?
Just right here, right now.
PMF's motto is work hard, play harder. How would you describe that motto? What does it mean to you?
It just means that you work hard and then you just play harder.
This is a Premium Merchant
You know, I've been
Funding
trying to get in
exclusive.
contact in the past couple of days. I've left him some calls, text messages, emails. You know,
Please leave your name, your number, and the reason for your call, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Hello. Well, I really want to speak with you about.
How are you, dear?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. I got some good news for you. And now I can't seem to reach
Okay,
him.
let me hear it.
I got some money with your name on it. How much you want to take?
Is there something I can help you
Well,
with?
go pick up the phones. Nothing sound better than making dough. We getting through all the dial tones, getting those apps before the close, and go pick up the phones. Nothing sound better than making dough. We getting through all the dial tones, getting those apps before the close, and baby, let's go. Some more points on my deal than Katie. Premium funding, that's daily. We take yes, no, no's, no maybes, and lay it on thick when they gatekeep. But that don't last for long. See, this a game of levels. I gotta get up to the boss. Cause every time that we on that phone, we go big or we just go home.
Premium Merchant Funding.
Nothing sound better than making dough. We getting through all the dial tones, getting those apps before the close. Pick up the phone. Nothing sound better than making dough. We getting through all the dial tones, getting those apps before the close. This ain't alone, starting relationships. Offering that first application, kid. Search for a merchant, the numbers are working. You fund them and suddenly business is perfect. Whoa. Shoot your shot from that baseline. Don't let pikers waste your time. Learn your pitch, then let it fly. See, I don't know why they talking 800 to try and get funded. The credit reports just come back as a 5. Repair, we got specialists, you'll get ahead of this. 100 points up overnight, from funding to credit. You want it, we get it, documents presented. We'll need your attention. Welcome to PMF, the eagle has landed. Nothing sound better than making dough. Gotta get through all the dial tones, getting those apps hopefully to close. Go pick up the phones, yeah. Nothing sound better than making dough. Gotta get through all the dial tones, getting those apps before the close. And baby, let's go! That mishmar, what I'm gonna give you so you pitch hard. Wanna animate your debit card, make dreams work like Pixar. Hold the phone, don't stop dialing, close them all. Talking deals, hit golden domes, make 100K off a couple calls. On my own, it's all 145. Keeping your business alive, we wanna see you survive. Corona had tried, but PMF numbers will not ever slide. Never been better. For now, we'll be calling and making that chatter. Premium funding, the name of the merchant we'll always remember. Yeah, you know, never forgotten. Cause PMF is always on top of merchants' minds. The business that's been doing this, and the business that's gonna keep doing this. We stay moving. Cause a body in motion is a mind in motion.
We're here to hit the highest peak of our lives together. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Power Hour. Get on the fucking floor.
Next year in Jerusalem.
This is a Premium Merchant Funding exclusive.